Okay, YouTube, this is going to be part 2 of the 2003 Ford Focus. We're changing the ball joint off. Took the lower right passenger side control arm off. Control arm's only a year old. Bushings and everything are still good on it. They're nice and pliable still, and there's no dry rot or cracks in them. So it's out of warranty, and this will be the second control arm I've had to put on that side because the ball joints that come pre-stocked on these Dorman ones are junk, and they keep going bad. So I said no more of that. So now we are doing Moog. Let's see here if we can get you guys a part number. 2003 Ford Focus, has the 2.0 liter in it. Part number, let's see if I can flip it over without dumping the contents on the ground. Part number is the K867. So a little pricey, but hopefully it means I don't have to replace it again. So we'll go ahead and replace these, and see if we can get you set up here on tripod so you guys can watch me do this. Let's get this somewhere where you can see actually what I'm doing here. That should do the job. Alright. So, new one slips in like so. They give you these nice little bolts here in this bag. Since the old one I had to knock the rivets out, that's always fun. Next time, if this goes bad, not only it'll probably be under warranty the next time, but in addition to it more than likely being under warranty, it will also have the not only it'll be under warranty, but it'll also be bolted in, so it'll be easier to change whenever it decides to, if it decides to go bad again, which, to be honest with you, I don't anticipate this going bad just because of the pure simple fact that it's a Moog. I'm not saying Moog don't go bad, but I will say the DriveWorks one, which are the ones that are provided now on the Dorman control arms. When you go to Advance Auto's website, they're actually made by DriveWorks now, the Dorman ones, and which are junk. So we're going to go ahead and throw these down real quick. Let's get ourselves, that's the wrong bolt. Hold on guys, sorry about that. Looks like they give you a new crushed bolt too. We're going to use the one that goes to it from Ford though. So I want to use the original one. These look like locking bolts, which is a good thing. So I'm going to get some sockets, guys. No idea what size these are. We'll find out here, I guess, in a minute. They're definitely bigger than 15. It'll probably be an 18, considering I have no idea where my 18's at. That'll probably be the size it'll be. Yeah, I have a feeling these are going to be 18s. Nope. And usually 17. That was odd. Let's see if the other side is the same size. And on the other side is going to probably be, what should be like a 14? Nope. So the kit that they give you, the bolt kit, one side is a 15 and one side is a 17. So yeah, okay. Run these down here with impacts just because it's way easier. I guess I should turn my compressor back on. That should be good. I'm sure there's a setting for what they're supposed to be at. On a scale of 1 to worry, I'm not terribly worried about it. So now we're going to put the grease cert in and get it to start without stripping. That would be the next plan of attack here. Little grease certs can be a little bit pesky sometimes. They're never machined, just never seem to be machined right. Size they are here. Just a 9, or no, 10, I'm sorry. So the grease cert's a 10. We're just going to crank it down here until it stops. We're not trying to be He-Man here and rip it out. I guess I should put it where you can see what I'm doing here. That should be good enough. Now we'll grease this once it's on the card, because I've actually seen where it'll just pour the grease on. It won't actually be beneficial at all. So, okay. Put my tools back together here. I will be back in just a second, guys. I'm going to go back over to the passenger side. Take the tools over there now, so they'll be there. Alright, we're going back to a walk here. Alright, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see, but I'm going to try to set you back up here. Let me loosen my little tripod. Down there if I can. Alright, how's that look? I know, you're like, how can I respond? Okay, so we got that all situated. Tie rod, move that out of the way. Try not to knock the camera over so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. This just goes back up in like this. A little bit of persuasion. Long bolt here. See if we can kind of give it a little. Come on. That's through. Let's spray a little bit of PV blaster on here. Probably should be putting Loctite on it, but that ain't gonna happen. Get this nut started on here ever so carefully. Yeah, it looks like there was Loctite on it from the factory. Probably should be. What do they say? Do as I do, or do as I say, not as I do, or whatever that saying is. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing here, guys. Now we're going to just get the air tool in here. Find out what size we need. I thought it was an 18, but my 18 has run away. Run away. Where did my 18 go? Let's see here. We got... It's an 18. Maybe that wasn't an 18. No, that's an 18. Of course it is. Okay, no problem. We'll improvise. Oh, I found my 18. It's still on the end of my breaker bar. Whoopsies. Alright, so we're going to run these down with an impact just because, let's face it, I'm lazy and it's just easier. I'm ready for just a little bit of noise here in just a second as soon as I get my... And just for safety purposes, we are going to throw the breaker on this real quick here. I'm just going to give it a little extra tightening persuasion. I just don't want anything flying off here. This is my mother's vehicle. I guess I probably shouldn't have tightened that down until I first went and did this, but because that would have made too much sense. But now it still looks like it wants to move a little bit, so we should be all right. Alright. Actually, we're going to take that back. We're going to do that back one first. So it looks like that's going to be the bugger one. Everything's kind of in my way right now. This air hose, I really need to get a new end on it because it's going to drive me crazy. Figure out what we're doing here. Alright, so whoops, that's all I need to do is eat the damn caliper. That's about, ouch, hit my head. That's about as good as we're going to get it. I got to try to tap that sucker in with something. This thing would get out of the way, it would help. Come on. It's gonna fight me. It ain't gonna be happy. Unless it fights. Alright, so this one should be good. Just get a little bit of PB blaster just so it'll spin up nicely. I just gotta get that other one to knock through. Come on. There we go. I think it finally moved a little bit. Come on, work with me. What I'm trying to do, just so you're all aware, there. Trying to get that lower bolt to drop down through there. That's all I was trying to do. So, spray the bottom of that sucker with a little bit of PB blaster, just so that it'll spin up nice. Now, before I get too carried away, I'm going to try to put this ball joint back in here. Oh, before I do that, there's this handy dandy little shield that I guess it's supposed to help protect the ball joint. So before I get carried away, I'm going to put that back on there, and we're going to, there. It's almost like it was meant to be. Okay. Okay, so if I can recall back, I want to say that that rear one back there was an 18, and I believe what we had to do before, if I'm not mistaken, was we had to put a wrench on it. I don't know if that one's going to fit, or that one there is a little tricky. The AC lines are in the way too. See, I'm gonna get you in there so you can see. I don't know if the camera will focus or not, but alright, I don't know why you can see it. See that bolt right there? That's what we're working on back there. There's the front one right there. There's the bottom of the back one. Bottom of the front one. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to tighten that back down. So we're going to do that now, just so you have reference to what I'm doing. Alright, let's get you back up here on this tripod. So y'all can see what I'm doing from there. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty much on par what you need to see. Alright, what I'm just doing is I'm going to use this socket wrench as a backup on this top one. And then we're going to hit the bottom one with the impact gun. Sitting on all these tools. Alright, let's hope I'm on it, because I can't see what I'm doing. I think so. Oh yeah, that's great. This was that big one. Hold that thought, guys. This was that 21. I forgot. This was that 21. So this back underneath one here, the nut anyway, I should call it, is actually a 21. So let's try this again. There. Alright, that should be tight enough on that one. Now we're going to hit this front one. I need to replace these quick connects. They're shot. They drive me cuckoo. Let's say the top one is a 15. Ow. Yeah, that's a 15. Just gotta throw a backup on it. Make sure it's all the way on full throttle. Let's get back up in there. Alright, I'm happy with that. Okay. Now, next thing is, first unhook this annoying hose. Next thing is, we got those all snugged down. We've got the front one all snugged down. Now, if you look through that hole, this is the control arm here. That's the new ball joint there. If you look through that hole, this ball joint has to go up in there further. There's a little groove that's cut out on the shaft of the inside of the ball joint, and then when a bolt goes through here, it's like a crush bolt, and it crushes and pinches these together, and when it pinches those together, it also slides into that groove, and it keeps the ball joint from separating from the steering knuckle. That would be a bad day. Oh yeah, there's the new 02 sensor Josh put on. Anyway, back to this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give it a couple light taps on here, not on the new part, because I don't want to destroy it. It doesn't look like it's made out of a material that I'd want to tap on. So give it a couple taps just to get it to go up in there. And then once we do that, then we'll go ahead and be able to put that crush bolt back in. This is a Ford part number for that. I don't know what I did with it. Here it is. One end has a star on it, and I'll get you the T size on that in a minute. I should actually, hold on, I don't think this is the right one. It looks like it's a T, let me make sure that feels right. T45 is the star on the one, and the other side is a 15. And this is a Ford. I don't have the Ford part number, but I've had to replace this almost every time that I've done this, but I got lucky this time and didn't have to mess it all up to do this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put that crush bolt back in. I'm going to show you here where we're at. There we go. But first, let me get my hammer so I can give it a couple Nice little persuading taps. And before we put the wheel back on, I'm also going to go ahead and do the grease on it. I know, my big head's in the way. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to see what I'm doing here. Trying to get it back in there again. Sometimes this can be a little funny. Getting these to cooperate. Not quite sure if that's in where I want it to be. It just seems like it should be down, squished on there a little better than that. Obviously, I don't want to bang on the grease cert. Ah, come on now, this should be the easy part. As soon as this brake caliper will quit flinging all over the place here, that would be a tremendous help too. Alright, now this is starting to get on my nerves. Why is that not going in there? Just feel like it needs to go in there further. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong. Alright, well, we're not having very good luck here, so we might have to improvise a bit on what it is that we need to do here. Which I'm starting to think is maybe just start over again. Of course, the other option is too could just take this and try to spread this out.